So you just landed a placement for your client. It's good coverage, it's a solid publication, it's a great story, and your client's happy. But then you sit back and think, like, we don't actually know if AI is going to see this. Like, can ChatGPT access this site? Can Gemini? Some major publications are blocking AI crawlers entirely. So the tier one placement might be completely invisible to the AI systems where your client's audience are actually discovering products. And the coverage report won't tell you this. It just shows reach and authority, which are very useful, very traditional, but they're missing a critical question right now. Is the placement actually valuable in the age of AI discovery? And so let's look at an AI visibility report for a company you may have heard of, Bamboo HR. It's a big name in HR tech. Actually has a decent share of voice in this space, right? 72% of the prompts that we tested here show the company. So this is from our platform, Spyglasses. I'm going to use this just because it's super easy and helps me demo this, but you don't need a platform at all. You can do this by your hand. You can run prompts yourself. You can record the sources directly from an AI assistant, just using this tool because it makes the whole process very, very simple. But here's the valuable part. And I'm going to switch over to the citations that were run from the 5 prompts that we ran as part of this. And so this shows all of the sources that were run that generated the prompts that we got for when we were running for Bamboo HR. So 151 total citations. You can see we're categorizing them by earned versus owned, press, review, aggregators, which platforms are sourcing things, content formats, listicles. AI really does love a good list. But the really important and interesting thing here are the citation sources. So we track all of the citation sources that were used in visibility for this particular brand. And you can see they're listed out here. This becomes your immediate next step for earned media outreach when you're working with a company as a client. So you're pulling the sources that are already citing companies in their industry, and you can select them as your outreach. So I'm going to go through a look here. See, we've got the domain name. We have also this thing called the AI Placement Value Score. This is proprietary to Spyglasses, but it combines the organic authority of the company, the publisher, with their AI policy to show you which ones most directly and significantly influence AI visibility. So we've got Forbes. I know Forbes, HiBob. So you can see sometimes they're competitors in here. HiBob is a competitor, so I'm not going to add them. There's certainly no Tech Radar. You've got review sites like G2, of course. There's Reddit. AI loves Reddit, but you can't really like earned media Reddit, right? You got to work on it. Technology Advice is one. I've never heard of Business News Daily, but it's got a strong AI visibility score. So, all right, let's add them to the list. And what's interesting here is PC Magazine. I definitely know them. They do tons of reviews. This is a very, very well-known company, but their AI placement value score is pretty low. So let's try and see what's going on there. So if I look up PC Magazine and pull it down, it's a moderate. They're in the top 1% of traffic globally. They're in the top 1% of commercial value. The category for PC Magazine compared to the industry that I'm looking for overlaps. So the audience for this publisher maps very, very well to the audience for Bamboo HR, for my pretend client here. The big problem is they block ChatGPT and they block Claude from using their site. So they're taking about 2/3 of the entire audience in AI away through their policy. So you get a placement on there, someone who's never going to be cited in ChatGPT or Claude. It gets a little bit worse when you think about whether this placement is going to influence the AI authority that's baked into future versions of models, like again, Claude, OpenAI, things like that. They're blocking almost all of them. Blocking Claude, blocking Facebook, their GPT is OpenAI's. They're blocking Claude as well. They're blocking what's called Common Crawl, which is an open source database of training material that a lot of different model providers use. So their policies around AI make this a less valuable placement. So saved us some work here, not going to put them on the list. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to make a PR project. So I'm going to go back to my citation intelligence here, and I'm going to just mark these in Spyglasses as something that I want to track. So again, I'm using a tool here. You don't need a tool to do this. You can do this by hand. You can grab the different sites you want to track. And in this case, just basic, you can use a spreadsheet, but in this case, I'm going to create an actual PR project here. So say I'm going to run this for 90 days while I'm, working on media placements. Tracking publishers, and then I want to compare a number of prompts. We had these preloaded. There's a lot of ways to generate prompts that are they're representative of prospects in your industry. We've got a free prompt generator, but there's lots of ways you can get these. So I'm going to track these all, and I'm going to create this project. And then what I'm going to do over here is look at my earned media campaign. Again, what this would do in Spyglasses is we'd take those prompts and we'd run them nightly, and we would show you when each publisher gets a hit, when it's used as a source, and then how much that publisher is influencing the underlying citations of the prompts that we're tracking. This is a way for you to directly say, hey, we got this placement in this publisher and it's contributing to the AI visibility of this brand by this much. And that's ultimately what we're all trying to do here. So this is an example of a project. I can look at the metrics to see how it's doing. You can see I'm tracking brand consistency. My share of voice is growing over time. My citations are growing over time. And if I go back to the project, I can also see that we've had a couple of hits. So we got a hit from TechRadar, we got a hit from Forbes as part of this. Again, all of this can be done by hand. This tool kind of gives you a way to pull it all together, saves you potentially some manual work, but you could easily make a spreadsheet, run these prompts, record the outputs, record when different publishers are influencing your results. All of this is doable, but this is the process you want to use. Company, representative prompts, find the sources you're trying to get access to, add them in here as targets, and then as you run daily prompts and record the results, test whether or not those publishers are showing and whether that company's share of voice is increasing over time. And from our perspective, the other thing you want to do to make your stakeholders, your clients, or C-suite happy is to be able to get an output here. So we have the ability to export things as a PDF or PowerPoint to work into your reporting. Again, you can do this by hand. Nothing about this is just automation here. You can do all this yourself. But we track the key metrics here. These are the metrics you're going to want to track. Their share of voice increase, their mentions increase, their citations increase, their citation rates increasing. All of that's important. The project goals and when we achieved them, what platform they hit, the prompts we were tracking, and then weekly trends over time. And then we'll also track the timelines and any annotations here, like marked when we've outreached for media, when we get a goal. If we did any follow-up, we can track that here as well. So again, you can work this into your standard reporting. This makes your stakeholders happy, makes your C-suite happy, makes your clients happy. You're giving them the exact data that you need to prove the ROI of the work that you're doing around earned media, which traditionally has been really, really, really difficult to specifically quantify. But with all of the things going on with AI, one of the nice things about it is it lets you actually do that. It lets you show specifically, we put this placement in this publisher, they're starting to influence the AI visibility for the client, and here's how much they're increasing it. So that's the ROI and the impact that we all need to show in this space.